Good morning. Welcome to Transformation World. Welcome in the S&P Dome here in Heidelberg, and welcome to all our customers and partners joining remotely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. This is the biggest transformation world ever. And there is one reason for that, and this is you. This year, almost all presentations and discussions are owned by you, our customers and partners. So we are excited that this is now truly a community event with a focus on real-world best practices and a candid peer-level exchange. So, thank you for making this the biggest transformation world ever, and looking at the agenda, looking around here in the S&P Dome, and looking at our plans for tonight, I am absolutely sure this will be the best transformation world we ever had. Thank you. So, last year, Transformation World was conducted for the first time with English as the main conference language. And I was told that most people even understood my Manama English. So there's hope also for this year. Now, this year, this is a proper global event with customers from all over the world. We have, of course, a lot of customers from Germany here, like E.ON or BMW. And we are very thankful for your continued trust and that you came to Heidelberg. But a massive shout out to all international attendees from other parts of EMEA, from JPAC and from the Americas, like, for example, Shell, Ferrero, Oxo from Mexico, and Raisin from Brazil. Thank you all for making the long trip. Thank you. So we made progress in all international markets, but I want to specifically highlight two countries. From the biggest IT market in the world, from the US, welcome Adobe, Northrop Grumman, PepsiCo, Pfizer, TE Connectivity, and many more. Welcome to Heidelberg. And from our strategic market in France, where we just opened an office in Paris, welcome Airbus, Danone, Sanofi, and Total Energies. Welcome to Heidelberg. Thank you all. Thank you all for being here and making this a truly global data community event. Thank you. I would like to also welcome two members of our supervisory board, Karl Biesinger and Peter Meyer. Thank you for the great collaboration, and thank you for joining us at Transformation World. And now, very important for me, a very warm welcome to all our friends from SAP. Great to see so many familiar faces. Peter Blum, Thomas Pfister, Thomas Bamberger. Welcome to all colleagues from SAP. Welcome. And of course, a very special thank you to all our sponsors. Your support helps us to make this event better every year. Thank you for your partnership and all your contributions to Transformation World. In the interest of time here, I just want to double-click on our three premium sponsors. Thank you, Accenture, for being a premium sponsor for the first time. You are clearly the front runner in ramping up services capabilities for S&P with a dedicated delivery factory based on our platform. Thank you, Deloitte, also a premium sponsor for the first time. It is exciting to see how our partnership develops, particularly in the space of public cloud. And last but not least, IBM. Thank you for being again a premium sponsor. And thank you for all your investments in SNP. With the IBM Transformation Suite based on our Kyano platform and the accelerated ramp-up of your delivery capabilities, we are humbled to enter the next chapter in our partnership. So thanks again, IBM, and thank you to all our sponsors. Thank you. The theme of this event is Stronger Together. And this is, of course, reflecting on what I said at the beginning, that this is a community event with all key stakeholders out of the SAP data world. But it's also reflecting on a core belief we have as a company, that the success of our customers and partners is our #1 priority, and that we only can win when our customers and partners win, and that we only can become stronger when we make our customers and partners stronger. Stronger together with our customers, partners, and SAP. And this is then also the structure of my opening. First, stronger together with our partners. A vibrant ecosystem is a key lever for all of us to scale the value we can jointly create for our clients. Second, stronger together with and for our customers. Very shortly, Adobe, BMW, and Northrop Grumman will join me here on stage for a panel discussion. And third, of course, stronger together with SAP. I'm excited that we do not only have Peter Blum here as a keynote speaker, but also Thomas Pfister, who will join me later on this stage. So, stronger together with our partners. We are incredibly thankful for your trust. We are humbled by the endorsement we get from our ecosystem. Out of the top 20 SAP system integration partners, 17 partner with SNP. Last year, the revenue of our partner business went up by 51%. In the meantime, almost half of our total business is generated by partners. The bulk of our demand is driven by our ecosystem. And a massive thank you to all partners for investing in training. The number of fully enabled consultants in our ecosystem went up year over year by 75%. And of course, we are investing here as well, not only in our training program, but very heavily into the capabilities of our platform to improve the usability of our solutions for you, our partners, and customers. For example, we significantly enriched the content in our scope builder, particularly for S4 and RISE migrations. The Kyano Copilot is now available in many products, not only in mission control. And in the Kyano Orchestrator, we expand our guided procedure beyond Crystal Bridge. Just to mention a few examples. Third-party usability is one of the key design paradigms for our software, fully leveraging the power of AI to increase your productivity. This is a key focus area of our development roadmap, and to get more details and see specific demos, please visit our wonderful colleagues from product management and development upstairs in the Kyano Boulevard. In December, we announced an investor agreement with Carlyle. And the transaction actually closed a couple of months ago in April. In full alignment with our previous anchor investor, Mr. Wolfgang Mager, we have jointly decided that Carlyle is the right partner to bring S&P to the next level. Carlyle, many of you know them, Carlyle is one of the world's largest global investment firms with more than 450 billion US dollars of assets under management and 275 active portfolio companies. They fully believe in our strategy and will help us to scale our business globally. Now, you have seen in the market that recently quite a few companies like us have been acquired by system integrators. And it is very important for us that this does not happen with S&P. So we can continue to develop our partner-agnostic strategy, and you, our customers, you continue to have choices. So with a strategic backing from Carlyle, you can continue to count on us as a long-term, independent, and reliable partner. Thank you very much. A strong collaboration with our ecosystem is one of the top priorities for S&P. And to bring this to the next level, we have evolved our partner model with global and regional system integration partners on one side, and on the other side with technology partners like ISVs, hyperscalers, or platform partners. Our new SI partner categories have been discussed at length yesterday at our Partner Day. And you will hear much more in Tara's product keynote about how we innovate together with technology partners like SmartShift, Exciting, CDQ, and others. So, again, to all our partners, thank you for being with us here in Heidelberg. Thank you for believing in us. You can continue to count on us. You can continue to count on me personally 100%. Thank you for being here. Thank you. So, last year at Transformation World, we launched Kyano, integrating our existing solutions for data migration and data management and providing a platform for innovation and stronger ecosystem integration. We also shared our new recalibrated vision to be the global technology platform leader and trusted partner for companies seeking unparalleled data-enabled transformation capabilities and business agility. Because a one-off transformation every 5 years, that's a thing of the past. Today, change is constant and reinvention never ends. And when we look at the world today, I believe nobody would say things are slowing down, there is no uncertainty, things are getting stable. It's quite the opposite. So as I said last year, change has never happened that quickly, and it will never happen that slowly again. So agility matters more than ever. And it's like stating the obvious, that agile companies are faster, more efficient, and more resilient. So last year, we have introduced the high-level architecture and the key focus areas of Kyano. In the meantime, we launched our entire product portfolio on the new platform. With Kyano Move for all data migration solutions. And this, of course, includes Kyano Crystal Bridge for SAP to SAP migrations, but also our new solution, Kyano Crossway, for non-SAP to SAP migrations. Then the Kyano Foundation, so you can always have an up-to-date overview of your enterprise data landscape with the Kyano Agility Index, and Kyano Manage for monitoring, testing, archiving, and decommissioning. Now, events like this are very often quite strategic and forward-looking. And last year, this was also, to be honest, partially the case here at Transformation World. I had 2 guests with me on stage from one customer, and I was talking about 2 other clients without mentioning your names, and we shared our plans going forward. Today, I'm very thankful and humbled that all 3 customers are with a big delegation here in Heidelberg.
Yeah, so we're really convinced that the combination of SNP software, of Crystal Bridge, and SNP services are going to help us to a successful transition all the way to 2030.
Yes, Jens.
We're counting on you.
We are counting on you.
Yeah, no pressure. In the space of any to SAP migrations, we're working together with a really strong co-innovation partner in the US.
Whatever you say, if it comes my way, it's alright. You're free to be wherever.
We have not met the CIO yet. And she said to me, Jens, I wanted to meet you because when we were asking IBM if they can take over the project, they said, yes, we can, but only with SNP. Please welcome on stage Sheila, Gulnaz, Will, and Tim. Many thanks again. Vielen Dank. Many thanks. Thanks for being here. Will, you go at the end of the table, please. So, welcome again here at Transformation World. Thank you for being here. So, Sheila, Gulnaz, welcome back. So last year you put some pressure, I would say, on me and our team. So now 1 year later, why don't you tell us, how did it go?
Well, yes, Jens. First of all, great to be back here on Transformation World. Thank you for having us again. I would like to give a short recap what happened last year, what we did. We built up 2 new greenfield templates, one for the central finance, one for our logistics for the plant. We streamlined our processes, build up some new data models and standards in the processes. And you have promised us to migrate the data to the new data model. And you did.
Thank you.
You delivered what you have promised. It was a very, very good and smooth migration.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And to be honest, with all the successful go-lives, that was also quite a relief for me after you publicly put so much pressure on us here. Yeah, so good. This is a much more pleasant conversation this year. Yeah, so thanks again. Thanks again for coming. So Tim, so welcome back in Heidelberg. Yeah, we met backstage last year, not on stage. So we have a picture here of us meeting backstage. And last year in June, we did not even have a contract. Yeah, so why don't you start sharing a little bit about the program and how did it go?
Sure. So you're right. It was a little scary transition time for us. So Adobe put in ECC in the late 80s, back when our business was still shipping product to customers. Our business model changed a lot over 30 years, and we needed a new system that could keep up with us, so we moved into S4. And one interesting fact is we never archived in 30+ years, so we had over 150 terabytes of data, which it makes things complex. And so we had gone through the first few months with some other groups, and it just wasn't really working. And so we made that transition to IBM and S&P, and what you said in the video, right, was we believe in what S&P can do. We were committed to the capability and the technology that S&P brought to the table. We thought we were going to go live in June of this year, and we ended up pulling up go live to April 21st of this year, 2025. So it was our stretch goal. I will tell you, I don't think a lot of people were confident that it was going to be able to happen. And we were a little nervous, to be honest, going through it. But in the end, it resulted in the smoothest go live that I've ever seen in 20 years of consulting. And our CFO, yeah, that's a good point. Our CFO said in all of his time at working, he's never seen a technology implementation go as smooth as this one did. So major kudos to the S&P team in partnership with IBM. We closed our books faster than we've ever closed them before, with no CSOs, no P1s, no P2s. It was remarkably quiet, which also makes things difficult because then everyone thinks that, oh, this is easy, you can do it faster next time. Yeah. But in the end, it was phenomenal, great partnership, and got the best outcome.
Thanks, Tim, for your trust and coming back to Heidelberg to share this story. Thank you very much. So, thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Tim. Bill, this is your first time at Transformation World. So would you maybe start by sharing a little bit about the key focus areas and priorities of your SAP transformation program at Northrop Grumman?
Yeah, I think our focus is just like any other companies that is in here, that is to support the business. We want to be that enabler for the business to be able to deliver the innovative products and services for our customers, just like everybody else, I believe, in the world. So the only difference is that the business that we are in, that is aerospace and defense. I mean, you all know what's going on right now with the geopolitical situations, with the pressure at this point. It's much more important for companies such as ours to basically innovate faster. We have to basically react quickly to changes. So we have to make the decision a lot faster. So, I mean, what's being demanded from us because of that is that we want to concentrate on how the system can actually support all of that. So one thing that we are doing right now is that we're consolidating and simplifying our system architectures. I think that's where you're coming in, because our idea is that it's not only we want to consolidate our ERP system, but also we are looking at the PLM, our engineering system, and shop floor system. Yep. So we went live with S4 last year with the help of S&P in kind of like migrating our 25 years worth of data. So now on the ERP space, we have all this non-SAP system that we need to move to SAP. So that's the next frontier. But we're also looking at our shop floor system. We are moving our shop floor system from the non-SAP also to SAP. And that's where S&P also coming into this. So the idea is that at the end of the day, our goal is to simplify these system architectures, because the idea is that if we have that simplified system, data will be able to flow seamlessly from engineering all the way to the customers, all the way to the suppliers. So the vision is that one day, if there is some changes in the engineering, not only you can reflect that in your shop floor, but also with your suppliers. If there is a disruption on your supply chain, so your supplier have to be delayed in delivering something, it can go back to the engineering to actually like redesign something if necessary. Yep. So that is our vision: simplify system architectures, connected digital thread, and at the end of that seamless collaboration with your suppliers and with your customers. So right now we are laying that foundations: innovation, speed, agility, as you said. Yep. So that's our focus at this point.
So thank you very much for this first overview. We speak more in a minute. Thank you very much, Bill. So back to you, Sheila and Gulnaz. So sometimes you have a perfect plan, yeah, but then things change and you need to adapt and be very flexible. So tell us what happened.
Sure, let me tell you the story. So Gulnaz already said we had two separate greenfields, one for our finances and one for the logistics. As all of you will know, one of the golden rules of SAP S4 transformations is finance first. So we planned to put last year our BMW headquarters live first on the new finance greenfield, followed by the first large German plant, Regensburg, a few months later. So that was the plan. However, the old finance system, our ECC system, has been around for over 20 years. It had a lot of stuff in it. And when we came up towards the go live, we found that unfortunately there were a few processes and interdependencies that we hadn't quite yet got on the greenfield system. So we said, okay, we need a few more months, then we'll go live. But for business reasons, we couldn't postpone Regensburg. Regensburg could not be postponed at all. So we said, okay, good. Well, I guess we'll do them simultaneously. We'll do them together. We can do that, right? We said, yeah, sure, we can do that. But what we hadn't reckoned with was something which also we didn't know at the time that we made our plan for the rollouts in the plants, which was how popular our BMW X1 model was going to be. It's extremely popular. We sold last year in Germany alone 37,000 X1s, and guess where it's made? It's made in Regensburg.
So this was quite critical then for you guys, right, and for all of us.
Yeah, sorry, Gulnaz, go ahead.
It's fine. It was indeed crucial to make that window. If I would go to our plant and say them, we need 5 more days, they would say, you're crazy. We build up to 1,000 cars a day. We would lose about 5,000 cars in that time. No way. So we had to do something with our approach, as we didn't have time to prolong the downtime, and we hadn't time or hadn't any opportunity to shorten the cutover period. That's why we've changed our approach.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there are a lot of activities in a cutover like that, and we couldn't see anywhere where we could save time. But thankfully, SNP really came to the rescue. Just a few months before this massive simultaneous go-live, SNP came up with a new way of doing things, and they saved, I think it was about 80% of the downtime required for the data migration. And that let us actually meet our window and lose no production of our X1s and save an actual 5 days that we needed to take out the cutover plan. So it was really amazing, and I'd like to take the opportunity to thank the SNP team for that, who were involved. I know some of you are here. Thank you very much for supporting us.
Thank you.
So flexible. And of course, also to thank you, Jens, for your commitment. Really,
great teamwork. Thank you very much.
yeah,
Yes.
really great stuff.
Great teamwork, also from my end. Thank you very much. It was a great, great, great team in Bratislava, in Germany, in Poland, in Regensburg, in Munich, across the world. It was an amazing job you guys did. Thank you.
Thank you for your trust and the good collaboration. Thank you. Oh. I think this is probably the only thing which was not planned and prepared for today. What is this now?
This is an X.
A small thank you gift. An
It's for you.
For you, for your office, a toy.
As I said, this conversation is much more pleasant than last year. Yeah? So thank you very much. Yeah. I need to defend this at home, right, with my kids. Yeah. So thank you
For your
again.
office, personally for you.
Thank you. So Tim, you mentioned that we had a quite ambitious timeline, right? We wanted to set 12 months was a stretch, yeah, but 10 months was actually the real ambitious target. So in a project like that, How did it go in terms of collaboration culture between the different parties?
Yeah, so I think the lack of collaboration was something that I was so shocked when I came into Adobe to really run the transformation office for Adobe. And same with Maddie, who's my business counterpart. She's in the room in the back. We were kind of shocked at just how much IT wasn't talking with the business and vice versa. And it was a lot of pointing fingers, and it was a lot of, oh, that's not my responsibility, I'm not going to touch it. So one of our big priorities is how do we start to reverse that? And Adobe, one of our core values, we have a value called own the outcome. Yep. And the whole concept is it might not be your responsibility, but the outcome is your responsibility. Mm-hmm. So whatever it takes to get to the outcome is your responsibility. And so we really started to change the dynamics. I firmly believe that solely an IT-led program or solely a business-led program does not deliver the same transformative outcomes as a jointly led business and IT program. And so we changed the whole collaboration mindset within our own teams. And part of the reason for us to switch vendors from our previous SI to S&P and IBM was we wanted a partner that owned the outcome as much as we did. We all had to have skin in the game. We all had to make sure that we were there for the same reason, driving to the same outcome. So there were several things that we put in place. We added some incentives to our people to make sure that we could actually get them incentivized and motivated and excited to deliver the work. We created spaces for collaboration where we enabled great in-person conversations. We leveraged technology to portal rooms together to make sure that we could drive collaboration across our different sites. We even created centers called Mission Control, where we had things branded, we had food brought in, we had activities every week. I tried to get a Botox week, but they said no to that. But in the end, all of it was focused on how do we elevate our collaboration experience? How do we reward the right collaborative behaviors? Because that collaboration makes us work faster, have higher quality, solution fixes and defects in a quicker pace, which led to our success of getting to 10 months versus 12.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I can really only agree the collaboration culture was fantastic, also across the different companies. I think I sent you the T-shirt we all wear globally on the Go Live weekend, yeah? Not only with an S&P logo, but also with an Adobe logo and with a logo from IBM. So really great collaboration. Thank you very much. Will, thank you. Thank you. Will, could you tell us about the moment when you realized that S&P could be a more long-term strategic partner versus just a vendor for a single project?
Yeah. So this is, I told people like this is just like a Disney movie. It's like a twist, but at the end it's happy ending. So that's the kind of like the straight to the point. So when we first engaged with SAP, we actually just came out like from a bad relationship. So we've been kind of like working with these providers that is actually responsible to move the data. But long story short, after about 18 months, that relationship just didn't work. So deadline was being missed, expectations weren't being met. So that's how we first engaged with S&P. So you can imagine, anyone that just came out from that relationship, that bad relationship, there's not a lot of trust from our side because we had to basically delay our go live. We're supposed to be like live with S4 in January 2023, but we have to delay that. So when we first engaged with S&P, obviously we are in that situations where we don't have a lot of trust to give, and we are very cautious. But at the same time, we are under a lot of immense pressures. Because of the delay, we basically only have 9 months before we actually have to deliver the projects. So you can imagine in terms of the 9 months time period, we failed before, and then at this time, we cannot get things wrong again. So at the end is that what changed everything in terms of relationship with S&P is come up with like a 3 key defining moments for us. So the first one is that when S&P first coming in, you understand what at stakes. You understand that we came up from this failed relationship. You understand that we have 9 months that we have to basically have to deliver this. So, but you didn't just come and then wipe out everything. You came in, you try to understand what has been done, and then what we can salvage, and then you also understand like we have a deadline that we have to make. So that idea of like you are focusing on the right thing, you try to solve the problem, and you try to reuse what we already done up to that point. So that's number one. Number two is that we feel that you have our back. I think that's the most important thing. You send us your best team. So on that side, Diana and then Ben, so they came in, you send your best team to kind of like work with us. And the key is this. There's a lot of challenges in the projects itself. But we are working hand in hand together. There's not finger pointing in terms of you have to solve that or you have to solve that. We are solving this together. And then I think executive engagement too. You are personally there to kind of like be involved with the project, having that conversation with our executive. That's the key. That executive alignment and the people that you basically gave us, that send an important message that we are in this together. So number one, you understand where we came from, you understand the objective, and then we also believe that you actually like in this, we are in this together. I think those are the two most important things. But at the end, none of those matters if we don't deliver results. So the third key defining moment is that when we went live. January 2024, we went live with S4 for 70,000 employees in Northrop Grumman. So we are a $40 billion company, 100,000 people. We went live with S4 for 70,000 of them. We went live. There's nothing like success that builds trust. So at the end of the day, success builds trust, success builds track records. So now we are going to be continuing on our journey. We still have that 30,000 people that is still in the non-SAP system. So the same team, we're going to be relying on the same team to kind of like move us next to the ERP, but it's not only ERP. We are attacking our shop floor system also. So that's the key, the three key defining moments. It's happy ending, it's a lot of plot, twists, and turns, but yeah, at the end, that's what builds trust at the end. We are seeing SNP now is not only as a suppliers, but also as strategic partners for our transformations.
Yeah, and this means a lot to us, so thank you so much for your trust and your collaboration. And you can count on us also for the next years to come. Yeah? So thank you very much, Bill. Maybe two more questions. So first to BMW. So Sheila, Gulnaz, based on our collaboration so far, what are the key lessons learned for the next years to come and for our joint migration factory?
Well, Jens, basically, it's almost not possible to overstate how important our SAP greenfields are for our BMW business. You may have seen 3 weeks ago a press release where we talked about it. We talked about the go-lives that we just mentioned, and all the things that the greenfields are bringing to us. Information at our fingertips, more control, enabling our new model productions, and also, of course, giving us access to innovations and to AI. So we are now in a hurry to proceed with the rollouts. And what we need now is speed and volume. We have more than 50, I think, greenfield data migration projects ahead of us until 2030. And so it's really been a huge advantage to have a strong partner like SNP. And as you say, you've built up the migration factory. And as I pointed out, it's a complex and really important key part of all of these 50 go-lives that we're going to have. So Jens, we're going to end on the same note. We're counting on you.
Yeah, it goes on and on, right? It goes on, but count on us, please. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. So in the interest of time, maybe one last question here in this panel. So Tim, when we talked last year, yeah, we also covered that as one-off transformations every 4 or 5 years. That's a thing of the past, and ongoing business agility is what matters, right? So maybe you share your thoughts with the audience here as well.
Yeah, my whole office is around transformation at Adobe. And our point of view is if we are not transforming and evolving, we're falling behind. And it's pretty standard in today's world. If we look at where things are with AI and the constantly evolving nature of how we run our business, we have to continue to transform. And I think a lot of times organizations and people think about transforming as maybe process transformation or technology transformation, and those are absolutely key components to it. But we also have to transform our people. We have to transform our people, we have to transform our culture, we have to transform our behaviors. And if we don't help embed a culture of transformation where we start to realize that change is a norm, and here's how we start to adapt to it, how do we continually push the norm? A lot of times, and one of the frameworks that I use for all of my programs is PTR. If anyone's heard of PTR, it's preference, tradition, or requirement, right? And as we look at transformation, too often a lot of decisions are made based upon preference and tradition, when instead we need to start thinking about requirements and how do we really drive towards what's going to bring us to the next level. So transformation is here to stay. Where we are with AI is an important component of thinking about transformation. What I'll also say, and I think one of the things that's embedded in my office at Adobe, is we do a really good job of incubating innovation, right? We go out and we do pilots, and we go out and we have little incubation teams, but then changing from incubation into operationalizing that innovation and operationalizing AI to really deliver results, that's the hard part. So when we think about the next wave of innovation, I really think that's where we're going to go, driving transformation in the business, taking those innovation opportunities and really making fundamental changes to how we deliver work, how we drive the business in partnership with technology, process, and people.
Thank you so much, Tim, and we are excited to keeping in touch.
Yes, absolutely.
Gosh, there are so many topics we could talk about. But the good thing is we have dedicated deep dive sessions with all of you. I'm very much looking forward to discussing more details. For now, thank you for joining me here on stage for this panel discussion. Thank you again for joining us, Sheila, Gulnaz, Tim, and Will. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So this was amazing. After we talked about our plans 12 months ago here at Transformation World, it's wonderful. And for us, it's very rewarding to hear all these stories. So thank you again to all our customers for your trust and contributing to this event. Stronger together with our partners, stronger together with our customers, and without a doubt, stronger together with SAP. We are thankful for all the opportunities SAP is creating for its ecosystem. And it's our ambition to be the best partner for SAP. Yeah, come on, Team SAP. A trustful relationship is, of course, critical for how we serve our customers today, but SAP's innovation agenda is also the North Star, of course, for our own strategic roadmap. So I'm incredibly excited that we have Peter Blum here as a keynote speaker, but I'm also very happy that Thomas Piester is shortly joining me here on stage to discuss SAP's strategy on a high level and our collaboration to drive fast time to value and innovation consumption. Thomas is the head of global customer engagement and services and a member of the extended board of SAP. So welcome on stage, Thomas Pisser. So Thomas, thanks for joining us. I believe this is your first time at Transformation World, right?
It's my first time. Yeah, absolutely. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah,
Great.
Thank you for being
A lot
here.
of energy here.
Thank you for being here. So Sapphire and in Orlando and Madrid just took place a few weeks ago. So what are your key takeaways?
Look, before I start, a couple of things, because I was listening just now the last 30 minutes. First of all, I feel like home, and it's not only because SMP and SAP in our monomish English sounds the same in a way. It's also because the customers I saw on stage are also SAP customers, certainly, and the stories I'm hearing resonate a lot with me. And I want to thank you personally, and I want to thank SMP. I just reflected in the last 10 customers I met, how many times SNP was engaged in 6 out of 10. And this is now double what it was 1 or 2 years ago. So you do a tremendous effort to serve our SAP customers, number one, and more importantly, all positive messages. I mean, we heard one message here, I think it was Adobe, you stepped in, yeah, and you made a success, and I know the story very well from SAP. And there are so many others, yeah, where you came in as SAP, where we worked together, and we made joint success for our joint customers. So thank you very much, Jens, and thank you, SAP.
Thank you. Thank you for your trust. Thank you.
Now talking about SAP, and we talked to a lot of customers after SAP and the Sapphire, and they told us best Sapphire ever, but a lot of information, and why this was the reason. And you talked about it. Change is inevitable. We need to provide technology for our customers to transform faster, because transformation matters, yeah? And this is the key we really have to now embark all together. And there were a couple of things I want to embark. One is the flywheel, obviously. I think most of you have heard about the flywheel now. It's really about the application layer, it's about the data, and it's about AI. On the application, it's about the suite approach, bringing now the capabilities of the integration of the suite together with the capabilities of the single LOB solutions, with industry on top, with AI on top. On suite, we have Joule going across all the suite. Number one. Two is data, and we will talk about Business Data Cloud in a second, I guess. We embarked on the Business Data Cloud to bring SAP and non-SAP together via Databricks and really provide one experience for our customers to go and do reason to action. Now, third, what we did is putting AI, Joule everywhere. You have Joule now in all SAP applications at the fingertip. And this goes into a flywheel. The SAP applications, they produce data. The data is used to train the AI. The AI is embedded in SAP application, creates new data, which again makes the language models stronger and better and makes the AI better. So this is how the flywheel effect occurs, number one. Secondly, and I will talk about this also in a second, we invested heavily in the business transformation suite, faster time to value, faster time to innovation, which will really helping us bring AI on the transformation process. Then third, we embarked on the service support portfolio. I mean, I was announcing it, Thomas Sauersig was announcing it on stage. We built the new service support portfolio, also to help partners like you. Yeah, to help our partners, IBM, Accenture, Deloitte, and all our partners to be successful on our customers, complementary as one team. And then finally, a lot of partner announcements. AWS, we now use Big Rock, their LLM, to drive AI. We had Perplexity, Palantir to really bring and jump up Joule. And then we had with BigQuery from Google Cloud also a big partnership announced to boost Business Data Cloud. And now I'm here with SAP because that's also a big partnership for us. Yeah. Same name, AWS, Google. Yeah, I just mentioned
good
SAP.
Company. Good company. Yeah, thank you,
good
Thomas.
Company.
Thank you. So you mentioned the Business Data Cloud as a key element of your strategy. And of course, this is very exciting for us as a data company. So what are your expectations in the direction of your ecosystem?
I mean, first is an ask to our customers. Data, our joint customers. No, data matters so much. Yeah, if you really want to be ready for the future, you need to capitalize on the data you have, but also then, as I just said before, bring in non-SAP data from your other environments, but also from the outer world in order to really drive it. So for us, it's really make it #1 priority on customer side. And that comes then with an application to us as the ecosystem and our support to our customers. Have a data strategy and have an architecture, a data architecture, then go and take your data really all into the cloud that we can really operate across with our agents. Now, the ecosystem should build practices and competencies around that, and we are here to help as SAP. We're certifications. We have now a more than 200-300 strong black belt team to work together. And again, SAP, I think data, this is where you live, and this is what you dream about probably every day. And I think here again, our partnership will bring incremental value. 1 + 1 is 3 in that sense.
I love it. Thank you very much. So let's talk about RISE with SAP. That's the journey to get to the SAP Business Suite. So also here, some updates at Sapphire.
Yeah, and that falls really also in my area, and well, it's in my and Peter Bloom's area. So if you talk RISE with SAP, you take Thomas and Peter. I'm looking at the application side, at the clean core. I'm looking at the transformation, and Peter really makes sure that you all can sleep at night. And he will talk about this a lot. I will not steal his thunder now on stage. What we have done from an application side, it's really to put a lot of effort in digitalizing the transformation process. We had great assets with Signavio for process modeling, LeanIX for enterprise architecture, WalkMe for user adoption. I think the colleague from Adobe just talked about how important it is for the people to take them on the transformation journey, and this is where WalkMe comes in. And what we did is in the last 12 months, we put a lot of effort and really also investments, R&D investments, to bring this together in one cycle. That you have in Signavio a change which really flows down immediately into your LeanIX, flows down in your cloud application lifecycle management, goes into WalkMe, that you can do the user adoption, and we have now a cycle back, a seamless integration between WalkMe and Signavio, that you can run changes in your business seamlessly throughout your process, throughout your enterprise architecture, in your systems. And then again, there's data. It's a big component, because one thing we need to do in transformation now, we need to reduce the technical depth. It's all about clean core. Clean core is extensions, it's integration, but it's also data. There is so much legacy data which we carry really from A to B to C. And this is slowing you down on your innovation adoption. And what I love of your approach, selective data migration, is that you make a conscious decision which data you move and which data you don't move. And I think that really has an impact. So again, thank you for that. And we talk about this in a second, I guess.
Yeah, thank you very much. So as we have seen, and as you mentioned, thankfully, Thomas, we work extremely well together in many global customer projects. So why don't you share with the audience a little bit how we try to evolve and scale our partnership?
I mean, first, as I said at the beginning, it was 6 out of 10. I'm looking forward 10 out of 10. We always strive for the best.
We do as well. Yeah, thank you.
And I think the importance is really that we bring pro strengths from the organization together. You have a great methodology, you have a great approach, how you help our customers to transform faster, and speed agility matters so much for us. So really, your capabilities, not only from a technology perspective, but also your teams. I think, again, somebody was saying, you have our back, he was saying. And this is what I also experienced in some of the cases we work together, customers. Difficult customer situation, because the transformation is not easy. It's a big step to move core systems, to move data, to move processes. And being together as one team in front of the customer, together with our partners. And again, we talked about the Accenture, IBM, Deloitte, and many others. And this is really this tree-in-the-box model I really like. You focus on the migration, you focus on getting the customer ready, and then we, together with our partners, we take the transformation step on the business layer. So this coming together is great, and we do joint go-to-markets. I mean, just recently had with Alexander Kläger here a joint go-to-market session, and I talked to your team in Latin America, I talked to your team in the US, I talked to your team also in Asia, and as I said, you're everywhere, which is great, because we can rely on you as a strong partner. And what we now do, talked about the service support portfolio at the beginning, we are creating max attention service, premium engagement services to really complement the delivery. That our customers not only feel we have SAP having our back, but we have also SAP having our back, and then 1 + 1 is 3.
I love it. Thomas, I know you have an incredibly tight schedule, so thank you so much for being here. This means a lot to us. Thank you, Thomas Pfister. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Thomas Pfister. Thank you very much. So, what's next on our strategic roadmap? So, based on what we heard from Thomas and based on what we heard at Sapphire, and based on the feedback we receive from our customers and partners, we are focusing on first, adding more non-SAP source systems to our Kyano Crossway solution. Second, new functionality to support our ecosystem. Third, offer Bluefield value also for public cloud migrations. And fourth, expand our own cloud portfolio, particularly within Kyano Managed. All of these areas fully leveraging the power of AI. Beyond that, we are very focused on exploring opportunities how to make unstructured data AI ready. You will hear much more about these innovation areas in Tara's product keynote and throughout the next couple of days here at Transformation World. So it's my pleasure to hand over to Peter Blum shortly. Before that, just one more thing. The Stronger Together theme is, of course, also including all of us here at SNP. And we have many local and international colleagues here from all functional areas. So in the next 2 days, you will hear a lot about products, about innovations, about customer success stories, all of them involving customers, partners, but also my wonderful colleagues from SNP who are here for you for the entire event. We all are looking forward to engaging with you today in the sessions, tomorrow in the sessions, but also at the evening event. So thank you again for coming to Transformation World. I am really looking forward to the next couple of days. And with that, I hand over to Peter Blum. Thanks again, everybody. Thank you. See you later.